Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Norgon 111, and welcome back to Blueprints. Since last time I did a little more consolidation of my notes. I had a couple ideas. One is we can wish in the fountain by throwing a coin into that fountain right there. And the fountain was one of the things where I could pump the water, so I'm guessing that might be a way to store up gold for future days. So like all the coins we drop in the fountain, like if we eventually emptied the water out, like might be there, is something I was thinking. But that was just a guess that I had. I also, actually come to think of it, there's a couple of codes that I might want to try outside, and I wanted to look at my room directory. How many numbered rooms am I missing? I'm still missing four, so 4 of them there. Oh wow, 10, 14, 16 numbered rooms. That's more than I would have expected. And then I guess these various rooms are not part of those rooms, because these are all blue rooms. Yeah, I hadn't appreciated that before. It seems like I'd seen more rooms, but some of them are bedrooms, hallways, green rooms, red rooms, and shops, which seem to, not quote-unquote count. Also, do I have an inventory? I have a shovel and a magnifying glass. The magnifying glass is really good because there was at least one thing I wanted to inspect with it. So we had the moon pendant last time, so we started with 2 items. And the shovel, I wonder if I can shovel in the same place I did last time. I would love to have some coins before I head out here to the wishing fountain or whatever. So let's run through the spare bedroom and see if we get lucky with an item. And make sure we look all around on the floor, because you never know where money's going to be hiding. But I don't see any. Closet usually has some good stuff. Pantry would definitely have money. And would give me an exit that I want. I'm going to take the pantry. And let's have a delicious banana. Yum. And grab the monies. And I don't think there's anything worth magnifying glassing on here, other than possibly the footsteps. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to take my money out the front door. We're going to throw a coin in the fountain, because I rarely spend it all, and so accumulating it over a number of days could be a good thing, I feel like. So let's make a wish. Bloop. All right, and then I want to check. I was looking back at some of the lore documents. We had a bunch of things, newspaper clippings from the archives, as well as a letter from our father before we left to come here. And on the letter there were some numbers. There were zip codes, which are 5 digits, but there are also some 4-digit numbers, so I want to try those 4-digit numbers here. 1809 is not it. 6789 is also not it. Alright, darn. So still don't know how to get into the orchard. And it just occurred to me I have the shovel again. Can I dig in the same spot that was over behind the campground somewhere? Oh, this hole is still here. So if I want to use the shovel again, I would have to find a new place to use it, I guess. Okay. How will I do that? I don't know. I'll walk around with my nose to the ground a bit more and see if I get lucky. I hadn't appreciated it before. There's like a power pole right above this outer door over here. I wonder if something in the utility room power might end up opening this door. Maybe getting everything purple or something. If I manage to go through the utility room, I might have to come back out here and check. I haven't found anywhere else to dig with the shovel. So knowing that I can only draft each room once, I guess I want to save my hallways for the end. Probably. And so I'm going to try to find some keys and items and things early on. She's wearing the moon pendant there, by the way. But yeah, I'm going to try to find some stuff. Okay, here's what I wanted to inspect with the magnifying glass. So in the bottom right, there's a little squiggle. And now I can see the squiggle better. But that does not really inform anything, as far as I can tell. Anything else to inspect over here? Like, why does this postcard exist? There must be some type of information on it. Because it's a puzzle game, and you can't just, like, give me a picture or something that has completely meaningless, that I can, like, zoom in on like this. But I don't know what. Alright, well, that's one thing checked off my list at least. Hey, I drafted a closet and I got the ivory die and a key card. I can pick up the key card, please. Thank you. Okay, so that could be good as we get later on. In a den, I found a treasure box, so I'm willing to spend a key to open up the trunk. And dice and money are nice, but I'd rather have more keys, honestly. So from here, I can go left or right. Left is less likely to be locked, so let's go to the west. I do have a gem. Dining room could be useful later. Or I could redraw. Let's try redrawing. Parlor is good. That'll get me some stuff and a puzzle, which are usually fun. Gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. The blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. This has a U. So if we suppose this one is true, if this one were true, this one is also true. So if this one is true, this one is false. If this one is true, we don't know yet. Gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. Gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. This has blue, which is B and U. So these would both be true if this were true, and then this would also be true, so that's impossible. So the gems cannot be in the white box, because then all three statements would be true. So the gems can't be in the white box. So either letter B or letter U. Box contains the letter B. Letter U, I imagine the quoted U like doesn't count as the letter U. So the letter U would imply this one, which it can't be. Yeah, that's the only place that the U appears. So this cannot be true. So this is definitely false. Suppose the blue box were true. Gems are contained in a box containing the letter B. I know the gems can't be here. The gems could be here because this has the letter B. And then suppose this were false, which means this is false, which means it's in a box that doesn't contain the letter B. Is that possible? All of them contain the letter B, but the gems have to be somewhere, which means this is definitely true, which means this is true, which means this is false. We already know the gems can't be here. So which of these blue or black. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B, but both of these have a statement containing the letter B. But this one's false, not containing the letter U. So maybe the U inside the U here counts, in which case the gems would have to be here, so we're going to go with the blue box. Some of these have felt a little bit ambiguous, faulty logic, but I guess in general, like anytime you have statements referring to themselves in logic, like you can get into various paradoxes and different things. I don't know, I'm not a logician. In any case, here's the gems. Great. So I got my gems, and I'm proceeding to the north. I'm trying to get to rank 9 if I can. I also need the edges of rank 7 and 8 to get some letters. Why did I just walk this way? I just walked back to where I'd come from. That was not smart. Just wasted some footsteps. This is locked, and I don't have any keys. Okay, I have gems. I don't have keys. Is my new problem. I didn't look super carefully around. Oh, there's money. No, that's the padlock on the ground. I didn't look super carefully on the ground in here. Could there be anything in the fire? Never really looked at that before. But yeah, there was at least one key that I failed to notice that was sitting on the ground in one room, so I need to try to pay more attention to that when possible. A storeroom will have a good amount of stuff for me, including a key that I can use to go back to the north. I do need to craft an observatory, and then I could get 2 trunks in the center thingy, I think. Yeah, let's do that. So with the observatory, now I have 2 star majiggers in the yellow, which means I should be able to witness a 2-star thingy, I think. Yeah, so that's like the twins or something. And so, the twins. A pair of chests has been added to the entry hall. Great. Okay, so I guess, did I like spend my 2 stars or something? I'm not sure. I still need to get my hands on a key so that I'll be able to open the chest, or a sledgehammer, I guess, would work as well. Speaking of keys, no, that's like a clock. Is there anything else in here that I need to witness? We've been through all that before. Just want to make sure there aren't any other treasures. Not seeing any right now. I could spend money on a courtyard. I'm trying to preserve the hallway until a little bit later on. And the courtyard has been good to me with like the metal detector and things, and so I think I'll spend the gem. And this time it's going to be good to me with the sledgehammer. Very nice. So now I can probably go back to the entry hall and break open a trunk and get something, something, something. While I'm here with 0 keys, let's take a peek and see if this is locked. It's not. Green rooms don't cost money to draft. That could be really good. It would dead end this part. It would help ensure that I don't run out of whatchadoodles. So sure, let's take a terrace. I don't remember if I've ever... No, I have had this room before. And also we found some money. Hello, monies. Welcome to my pockets. Are there things worth witnessing out here? There's some kind of statue. I wonder if we'll be able to walk around the outside of the grounds at some point in the future when I unlock something. I don't see much else that's happening here right now. So let's see if this one's locked. It is not. Ooh, walk-in closet, 4 items. I think I gotta take it, even though it's gonna dead end this section. Because 4 items, probably gonna get a key. And there was something I wanted to look at in here, I think, maybe. Yes, this photo. I never got a close-up of this photo, I don't think. And sure, let's take a look at the photo under the magnifying glass in case anything else reveals itself. Don't think I'm seeing anything under the magnifier. And just looking at the photo itself, someone with a mole. Okay, so this is food, presumably. And I could use the steps, plus 10 steps, thank you. This is a telescope, spyglass telescope. Gain an additional effect of each constellation observed in the observatory. Wish I'd gotten that sooner. and 2 gems. I did not get any keys. So that's kind of Batty McBatterton. And I don't think that there's any other objects or possessions I can manage to finagle myself out of over here. Alright, so I guess I have to hope that coming out of the foundation or the pantry, I can find some places where I can get some keys. I have a telescope. I'm curious. It says that I can use it if I press E. Can I get these again? A pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. Like, that had already happened, so I'm not sure if I added another pair of chests. Not quite sure what's going on with that. In any case, I need to go back through the foundation. I looked downstairs and there wasn't another diskette, by the way. Because that was where, downstairs from the foundation, we had found the diskette the one time. Storeroom would give me a key, and I think I'm pretty desperate, so I'm going to take it. And then there should be some trunks, and maybe I can open the trunks and get more storeroom, or more keys. Okay, and I don't see any other objects here. I haven't ever really looked at this carpet. It's not all that interesting. Where am I going now? I want to go, yeah, this way back through the corridor to the entrance, where there should be trunks. Yeah, trunks. Alright, and I have the sledgehammer. I forgot that I had the sledgehammer. Alright, so I break one open, and there's a key. Great. Thanks for the key. Oh, it's the silver key. Okay, well, we can use that as a key. And, oh, I can use the sledgehammer on multiple trunks? It's reusable. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get so many things. The sledgehammer is the best item in the world. Alright, Clink. Give me all your stuff. Look at all these keys. They call me the Keymaster. Let's hope I don't dead end. And lots of gems, so I'll be able to purchase any rooms I need. Oh, okay, that's great. Let's see what's off the pantry before we go through the edge of the parlor, which is the only way that I can go up. Because how am I doing on steps? I'm actually pretty low on steps. I think let's skip the pantry and just head straight for the parlor, because I'm worried about running out of steps right now. So, over yonder, is this the correct way? It is not. Need to go this way. So, over here. This is locked. I've got 7 keys now. And I'm happy enough just to use a normal key. Don't forget I can re-roll twice. Commissary does have a doorway out of it, so let's just go ahead and use it. That's just fine. In here, do we see any objects? I don't think so. And we'll see what's for sale. Only click once. Oh wow, they have different items. So you could buy a gem, a set of 5 gems, a key, or an upgrade disc. Oh wow, I want the upgrade disc. I need 5 more monies. Okay, that's cool. So different days, they sell different items. I'm happy to learn that. So I would like to collect more money. Is now a good time to use the hallway? It's not awful. Only one of them goes in a useful room. Conference room 2. West Wing Hall, I think, can only appear in the West Wing, though, and the conference room could appear in other locations. Let's take the West Wing Hall for now. We've witnessed this a few times. I've organized a lot more screenshots of kind of like lore bits so I can review them, but I've not really kind of pieced together anything useful. about all the lore and whatnot. A library would enable us to continue walking around. Chapel would as well. We'd lose a little bit of money. Discover less common floor plans while drafting the library. Sure. Sounds good to me. And in the library, are there any objects of value to me? Yeah, the house directory, blah, 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 blah. We've spent a little bit of time reading it. I might spend some time on my own between episodes reading it a little bit more. But I've not done that. And upstairs is mostly like statistic-y kind of stuff. Oh, right! The first time I requested this book to be checked out, and so now we get to read. It was previously checked out to Kimberly Thompson, who was the laboratory research scientist who was getting lost, who used to work at like SNRCA or whatever the science lab place is called. And now it's checked out to me, Simon P. Jones, and it shows me the date. And I might be able to infer if I'm on like day 12 or whatever I'm on. Some dates based on this. Let's actually look at the magnifying glass to read the dates more clearly. So Kimberly was here June 5th of 93, and I'm currently here November 18th of 93. Drafting Strategy Volume 3. I was thinking it was Volume 5 for some reason. Okay. Potential Within, Gems, Planning Your House. Okay, this might be the rest of the episode. It looks like there's a lot to read here. Okay, great. Next page. And magnifying glass, how about you move out of the way? Okay, the potential within. We all start as empty floor plan. To the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents boundless possibilities, unlimited potential, overwhelmed by countless choices. All of these questions can compound, adding layers of complexity. We aim to provide strategies and help you develop your own blueprints. Gems, gems, gems. Have gems while drafting. If you lack gems to consider all three presented options, you may be forced to draft a room you do not want. Yes, I've experienced this. Prioritize acquiring gems as early in the day as you can. Make sure you check for gems in the room you're in before clicking the door. Save gems for emergencies. Never draft a passageway on the first 5 ranks. Interesting. Okay, so that's also kind of like saving up kind of the good rooms for later. See gems for sale in any of the shops, buy them out. Don't pass up the wine cellars. No such thing as too many gems. Okay. Planning your house. Draft early ranks first. Don't just go in a straight line north. You'll run out of keys and gems. I've discovered this. Even a path of rooms that snakes through the house and doesn't go in a straight line can also be structurally weak if you're leaving lots of unopened doors and ranks behind you. So they're saying try to keep the doors in front of you so you don't lose as many steps, maybe. Top drafting combos. If you draft the cloister before a terrace, you'll be down 3 gems, but if you draft them in the reverse order, cloister would be free, because terrace makes them free to draft the green rooms. Yep. Synergistic floor plans. Other floor plan combos. A foyer drafted before a great hall would mean that its many doors would be unlocked. Foyer. Hallways downward are always unlocked. Okay, I don't know that I've seen a foyer before. Nursery before a bunk room, right. 2 bedroom triggers, yeah. Office, I still haven't found the office. And then a conference room, so office would spread gold, conference room would pull it together. Attic, I haven't found the attic or the workshop, as far as I know. Making connection. Some floor plans only work by drafting up other specific rooms. Yes. The pool hall, for example, caused the pump and different things to come into existence. Utility closet doesn't do anything by itself, but it can power up or down other rooms you've drafted in the house. Garage, dark room, gymnasium. Turns lights back on after blowing a fuse. Oh, that's what happens in the dark room. Garage powers the garage door. Grants west path access. Okay, this is really useful. Okay, so the utility closet, I'm learning a lot here. Turns lights off to prevent step loss. Oh, in the dark of the gymnasium doesn't have a penalty. And that's why it starts on, I guess. Her ladyship's chamber. I haven't seen that. Boiler room. I still haven't seen. That's one of the ones that comes after a pump, I think, or something. Run steam power to the lab, garage, laundry room, furnace, and pump room. Speaking of the pump room, water levels, the pool, aquarium, greenhouse, and kitchen. Not sure what the pump room would do with the kitchen yet. Tips and tricks. In the kitchen, you can check which course is being served in the dining room. You can draft specific rooms that make the meal even more delicious. This seems like very advanced stuff. Bunk room counts as 2 rooms. This increases the amount of steps for the master bedroom. Gold spread by the tomb. Keys found in servants' quarters. Okay, there's a lot of implied knowledge going on here about some rooms I haven't seen. Each time you solve a puzzle in the billiards room or parlor, the difficulty will increase slightly the next time you draft the room. I have noticed that. Just because you didn't find any items doesn't mean to be the case the next time. Day after drafting the freezer, it enters an automated cooldown refreezing cycle during which it cannot be drafted for 24 hours. Okay, I didn't know that. If you're stuck or don't know, I guess that makes sense, so you can't just carry over money and gems again and again and again and like build up a huge number. If you're stuck and don't know what to do in a specific room, move on. When in doubt, draft rooms you've never seen before. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Word from the editor. This volume we provided our readers with many potential strategies and tricks. We hope that aspiring architects know there's no set blueprint for success. Forge your own path. Okay. It will take me a while to incorporate all of that information into my brain, but there was a good amount of information there that I think will be useful to me in the future. I'm currently sitting in the library, and there's an exit door over here. I have 6 keys and 6 gems. I have re-rolls. Is there any chance... I'm going to imagine that there isn't just money and keys lying around on the top floor and just move on. The actual gameplay of this game is a little bit slow and plodding. So far as one of my main complaints. Launder currency is nice. Okay, foyer. Hallway doors are always unlocked. This is super great. We're taking the foyer. And so it just goes straight through. Right, I have a silver key and a key card. I have a lot of assets. I already know about these paintings and things. What do we have here? Lord William Epsom, Baron Thomas Sinclair, Major Nicholas Key IV, got a hand pointing over here, J. Arienna, Baron Edwin Sinclair, Count Isaac Gates. Count and Gates are both words that might appear in the list of words I'm getting from the painting information. Let's look again at these. I don't notice that in any of the others right now. But yeah, Count Isaac Gates. And there doesn't seem to be any weird way to interact or anything. But that is a thing that I've noticed. Okay. And what was this? Hallway doors are always unlocked. Okay, that's great. And speaking of hallway doors, here's a hallway. The pool adds a locker room, sauna, and pump room. The lab has a bunch of good stuff. And the hallway would definitely be unlocked. The lab turns me north. And the pool and the hallway allow me to go straight. I think I'm going to take the lab to go north and hope to grab the hallway on another thing. Lab also grants me access to a computer, so if I am able to purchase the upgrade disc, then I would be able to use the computer. This is Kimberly Thompson's thing. She was the one who checked out the book before me or whatever. So yeah, we spent time in here. The computer, is there anything I need to do on the computer right now? I don't think there is. I don't know that I have witnessed this before. Heating and cooling curves. Lab technician Randolph M. And something is written here. Ice melting point. Room temperature complete thaw. Something is unaffected. Cooler, possibly? So, what is this telling me? H2O melting point. Room temperature, complete thaw. Melting point, ice. I feel like this might have something to do with the freezer room. And I might need to heat it, maybe with power from the boiler room or something. That's how I would get the stuff unfrozen. Oh, I desperately need this apple. Thank you for the steps. It's only 2 steps, but I'll take whatever steps I can get. I don't think that any of this is pick-upable. And I don't know if there's any other information I haven't looked at. Because this is all stuff I believe I've at least laid eyes on before. Even though I think it's mostly meaningless. Okay, and we know all the things about this. I presume it's the... At a glance, I believe it's the same diagram, and so it's the same lifting up 3 and 9. But would require power piped in from the boiler room. Okay, so I was here and gonna go north and hoping to find like more hallways or something. And the kitchen would cost me a gem. It would give me another room to step forward in. It's not unreasonable, or I could re-roll. I think we'll go ahead and spend the gem on the kitchen. Here in the kitchen, do I find any useful supplies? So far, no. Obviously, there's a shop where I could buy steps, I presume. I say obviously. Let's double check. It's not an object I can pick up. Yeah, here's the kitchen menu. So banana is 3 steps. Chef salad is 5 steps for every green room in your house. How many green rooms do I have in my house? I have 2. That'd be 10 steps. I still have 21 steps, and I haven't really run out of steps like while exploring yet. But we can always come back to the kitchen if we have to. So let's continue exploring and hope we're not running out of gems. Door is locked. I have 6 normal keys. Let's just use a normal key. Alright, gymnasium, utility closet, passageway. Passageway costs 2. Gymnasium will cost me steps, but doesn't cost me anything else and has a good bit of open directions that I can go. Yeah, gymnasium will actually get me to places I really want to be. Because I'm at rank 7, and so straight ahead of us is a place I want to be to get the letters. And this will bring us further to the north, which is also super great. Let me just double check that I don't have the letters here. Yes, I've never witnessed the room that's straight ahead of us, so let's do it. Can I use the key again, since we have so many? Dark room. Bunk room is 2 bedrooms. Office. Opportunity to earn and spread money. Yeah, and I haven't been on the office before. Oh, it's going to cost my last 2 gems, though. I'm afraid to spend the gems yet. And I do have a northward facing something something. So I'm going to take the bunk room for now to get the steps from being a bedroom. I think. I haven't seen any steps. Here's some gems. Hooray. Okay, that was fortunate. And this is where I want to witness the paintings to get more information. Look at these crazy colors. And right, I can't quite see what any of these like video cassettes say on them still. Some more objects down there I can't play with. Where are the paintings? I see one of them. Any other pick-upable objects? There's the hamster. Okay, so I have a plane and a door or a gate. Or is that a window? I think it's a window. A window pane. Pane and plane. So information was gained. That's super great. Hello, little hamster. I hope you're enjoying your life here. Did I read this? I did not. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp, and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. I have an older brother, I have just learned, who we were here like 7 years ago, most recently, but I seem to be older than him being a young child then or something. So he must just be a little bit older than me, I guess. And this must have been the time we were here even longer ago, is what I'm getting from that. Okay. Getting pretty low on steps. I could go buy something from the kitchen right now, but I'm choosing not to. We definitely have to draft a good room here. Oh, I lost more steps by going through here, right. I still have 14, we're fine. Dining room is fantastic. It will give me the food that I need. Yeah, this is like one of the best rooms I could find right now. It's got doorways and directions I want to go. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Dinner is served. A porterhouse. I'm going to have dinner. I don't have a showroom, that's fine. I just desperately need these steps. Doodle-doop. Okay, steps are no longer a problem. This is a room that I have never been in, correct? Correct. So, let's make magic happen. Use a key. Boudoir would get us to rank 9. Security would as well. And it would tell us where there's things in the house. A drawing room would as well. But I prefer, since I don't need to spend a gem yet, and I want to try to get to as many rooms as I can, I still have good possibilities. Let's take the boudoir. How crazily can I pronounce it? Any items for me? There's this same Christmas safe painting again. This little box is not pick upable, right? No. Can I play with the record player? Apparently not. Okay. Let's go this way. Hold on. Paintings. Paintings. That's sage or some kind of flower or plant. And this is... How about plan and plant? That seems pretty good to me. Alright, the notes have been updated, and this will get me to rank 9 up here if I go this way, and I still have 3 keys left. I will use a key. And from here, the breaker box and the utility closets, like I don't mind having a dead end here, because I don't need to get into the room just to the left of it, because that's one where I've witnessed the paintings before. But I could also use the office to spread money. And I've never been in the office, and I can get email in the office. I forgot about that. I think now might finally be the time to draft the office. Okay. Seems to me that there's an email machine here. And I want it. I might be able to identify this bust now based on the bust-a-majiggers that we saw in the other room. So I'm going to start with the outsides of this room. Paper swans. Some kind of something. Various busts. Okay, we've got a planet, a hand painting with a brush. Some kind of geo something. There's the king. Or queen? I think it's a king. Yeah, king chess piece. I had not witnessed that before. Okay, this is a crate or a box or a cube. So, brush, paint, globe, world, orb, cube, box. What else could this be? Block. How can I make these two go together? I'm not coming up right now with an answer, but I've described these paintings in my notes. So, there is a computer. Oh, hey, an upgrade disk. I can immediately stuff it in the computer and permanently upgrade one of my floor plans. That's amazing. Also, can I open this? I can. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be hearings or herrings, but I know Herbert is that. But knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Okay, not entirely sure what to make of all that. I found a safe whose code is definitely not like 9803 or something. Okay, can I turn that again? Nope, that was like a one-time turny thingy. Something on the desk to read. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there's enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. West and east levers to the antechamber. Okay, not entirely sure what to make of that just yet. Oh, look at these paintings. Paintings, pictures, photographs. Who can tell, really? I doubt that there'll be extra detail I need to see here. We've witnessed this one before. But apparently these two people go together somehow. And yeah, I've witnessed the one on the right. I don't think I'd witnessed the guy on the left. But I do have a lot more identity information based on all the busts we saw earlier. Okay, can I open this drawer? No, but I can insert the disk in the computer, so let's do it. We're going to upgrade a room permanently. Upgrade program. Storeroom. Ooh, we're going to upgrade the storeroom. Press enter. One that gives me 2 keys. That sounds amazing. 2 gems. That's useful. Or 10 money. I feel like keys are the things I run out of the most. The gems are also good. Let's not diss the gems. But 2 keys for every storeroom. I'm sold. Yes, that's the upgrade I want. Alright. Successfully upgraded. Now I would like to log into the computer and check my email, please. And I might spread gold in the estate. But first off, if I log into the network, swan song, password accepted, get our little modem connecty sound, as one does. Electronic mail. Please give me more information about the utility box lights. Wow. 4 pieces of mail with various dates and times. All right, and Babbage. Wait a minute, next week? Sir, you've not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up until the last minute. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter and Babbage. All right, let's go back to the mailbox. DC power, feedback repair. Yes, yes. Gabe, yes, that's the correct functionality. Also, when you're out here next week, please test the correct sequences: off, blue, green, white, red, purple. Great. Great. If I get the utility box, I should be able to program that in now that I understand how all those things work. Okay. I'll take a screenshot of that now, I guess. Alrighty, let's return to the mailbox. Estate changes. Dear Herbert, just wanted to let you know the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured that your plans will be executed down to the last detail. He had a premonition. McGuire, McKinney, and McDougal. That's why it was MC. Got it. And finally, more fuse box stuff. The indicator lights have been turned on. The white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. Yes, I've already discovered that. If this is not the desired functionality, let us know and we'll fix it on our regular service visit next week. Okay, that I already know. Okay, great. So I have something to do at the utility closet fuse box now. Let's go back here. So, staff services, special orders. Special orders can take 1 to 3 days. What would you like to order? What has been the most useful? The metal detector is pretty useful. The sledgehammer is also pretty useful. I like the metal detector, though. So let's go ahead and order one of those. Helps me find stuff. Remote terminal access. View active terminals. Laboratory is online, so I can connect to the laboratory terminal. And I guess it gives me the options that you could do there. I don't know that there's anything I need to do. I could set up an experiment. I forgot about this when I was in the lab. Okay. So yeah, that will last until the end of the day. Each time you eat an apple, immediately, each time you find some trash while digging, gain 1 key, gem, or gold, add a small chest to the entrance hall, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Allowance? Allowance. I wonder if that's just the money I currently have. It says permanently. I like the idea of permanently. That sounds like I'm going to start with that every day, like start with 1 gold. And so I'm going to say immediately, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Start the experiment. Experiment successful. Okay, your allowance has been raised. So let's imagine that that happened. Also, we hadn't finished doing spread gold in estate. I guess let's try this out. These coins are spread in a number of rooms currently active throughout the estate. Spread gold now. Ah, from the staff incentives. Okay, return to the main menu. Sure. And what about running payroll? Checks will be placed in each staff member's room. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Okay, so presumably that means more money will now appear in those rooms, thanks to the fact that we found the office. That's my read and what's going on there. There's another photo here, I think. There is another photo here. I believe it's my mother. Can I see it from here? Yes, I can. So Marilyn or Marigold or whatever various names were, the author who disappeared, and I don't know if there's anything to look at under the magnifying glass. All right, but this was on the desk in the office, was this photo. And there's a safe. I haven't played around with the safe that I just opened or unlocked or whatever. So, how about 1, 8, 0, 9? All right, clear. How about 6, 7, 8, 9? Enter. Clear. How about, what was it, 1213 that was on the wine cellar Roman numerals? All right, so none of those did anything. And then there was also, I don't remember off the top of my head, I think it was 9803. That was a liar, like red memo. And that seems to have done nothing as well. Okay. So I don't know how to open the safe in the office, but there is a safe in the office. And another one of these hands with an arrow pointing. Like, some of them have been pointing down, some have been pointing sideways. I wonder if the pointing is meaningful. It probably somehow is, although, it was always pointing down in that one room. So I think it's just a feature of the room, and therefore less likely to be informational on any given run, is my guess. So where am I right now? I'm here in the office. There is another door I could use, but it's not a place I need to get to. Let's see if it happens to be unlocked. It is not. Remind me about my special keys. I have a silver key. Lead to a room with many doors. I think I don't want to use that here. I think I want to use it on the other side of the dining room, or possibly over here. Yeah, let's see if I can get one room past the dining room, actually. So let's go back through here. And let's see what we can draft over here. And I do have rerolls. The door is locked. I will use a normal key right now. Security is not bad. Although, which way is it facing? Yeah, it would get me over to the next room. It only cost me 1. Showroom, I couldn't afford the luxury items. I'm hoping to eventually find the conference center, I guess, to try to gather all the gold that I've spread around. So, yeah, let's spend one on security and hope for the best. Then we'll do some rerolls if we need to. Whilst I am here, are there any things I need to do specific to the security computer? View estate inventory, yes. Okay, so 20 coins were spread throughout the world, as well as there's a gem somewhere. Okay. Let's go back to the main menu. Keycard system. Settings. I'm not sure what that means and how it works, but I think I have a keycard on my inventory right now. Is that true? I do have a keycard. So let's hope that's going to be working in my favor. Okay, is there any things that I need to do in here? We've witnessed this before. We got various tapes. We got a phone. We don't see objects lying around waiting to be taken here and there. And I already have these letters. Okay, so we're continuing this way, and this is where I might want to use a silver key. Yeah, if I get a locked door. So yeah, let's use special keys, silver key. Okay, chapel, I can afford to lose the money. Archives, won't be able to see one of the floor plans, but it goes in all four directions, and Chamber of Mirrors is not particularly good. So I could lose a tiny amount of money walking through the chapel, but get to some new rooms that I need to see. Or the archives, I wouldn't be able to see all the floor plans. I think I'd prefer to lose a little bit of money. So give me a chapel. And I have not seen the thing in front of me, which I think is going to be... Sorry, here on rank 8, I have seen that one, and so this one that will be rank 9 will be more important, right? Yeah, I've never witnessed this room, so this is the next room we're going into. I should look around the chapel before I do it in case there's a gem lying on the ground or something. It's a red room. Oh, hey, gem. I was going to say, so it seems unlikely, and yet, here we are. Okay, I actually took advantage of one of the tips that was given to me in the book that I checked out of the library. Good for me. Okay. Door is locked. Use a key. Mailroom. I could request another package. The pool has a doorway to somewhere I want to go, and the attic has 8 items, but 3 gem requirement. Okay. I guess we're taking the pool. And we'll hope that there's a key in there. And I think the pool does have paintings in it, hopefully. There are paintings. There is a plane and a lantern, a light. It could be a light and flight. That seems reasonable to me. Okay, in the pool. Yeah, I can see that there's lots of money lying on the floor of the pool. And I presume that it's still wet, and so I wouldn't be able to go there. We got pool towels. It's not still wet. It still has all the stuff pumped out. Okay. So here's money for me. Neat. Okay. The kind of like painted color of the bottom of the pool made it hard to tell if there was water there or not. To my eyes, anyway. And I need a key card to get through here. Guess what? I have a key card. There was something I wanted to buy for 15 money, I think. But I still don't have that amount. Key card. Beep, beep, beep. Select a floor plan to draft. Utility closet. I know what I could hit all the buttons on. Compass wouldn't help me at this point. Conservatory adjusts the rarity of floor plants in your house. And at this point, the utility closet would let me try something new, and it would let me get information on a letter. So I think I choose that. Also, could I walk into the antechamber from here? I should actually pay attention to that. But yeah, let's do the utility closet. And yeah, I could not walk in here because there's like missing levers that somehow open it or something. Yeah, I can't click on it, can't interact with that. Okay. So, utility closet. I took a screenshot of this. So let me go pull up my screenshot and figure out what I need to do. Okay, well first up I need to get something purple. And in order to get something purple, I need a touch of blue that's next to a red, it seems to me. Yeah. So that's how I get purples. But I've screwed some things up over here. Okay, there's a blue next to red. There's a blue next to red. Okay, then I can... There we go. So I can turn that to red. There we go. Turn that to red. Turn that to red. And then once I have 5 purples, the 6th one turns purple or something? Yeah. Okay, so now they're all purple. And then the thing that I want has purple at the end, red before that, white before that. Okay, so I need to get a white, and they have to be all purple to get a white. So there's my white. Then it needs off blue green. So in order to get off blue green, there's blue, there's green, there's off, and then finally I need a red right here. Can I get a red right here? It just changed the purple away. Why would you do that? It changed the purple away by clicking on that. So there was a behavior there that I didn't get a chance to really appreciate that made my purple go away. Yeah, I'm still not completely appreciating this. But I think this works. There we go. Is the wall opening up? Or am I going downstairs? Or what's happening here? I was in a utility closet, but it's not so closety right now. Also, I'm going to turn this on and redo that and turn that off. And then exit out of here. And so what did I just open? I opened the giant switch. All right, and I forgot to look at the paintings. Hold on. Before I forget about this, we have an Indian chief with a headdress, and we have a chef. We have a chef and a chief. All right, so that's been committed to my notes, and I mean, I guess we unlocked a giant lever, so I should definitely pull it. And that's going to open this doorway. Now all of a sudden, I wish I had more steps. The Gemstone Cavern has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you'll start each new day with 2 gems. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're actually making some permanent progress in this roguelike game. Alright. Neat. Neat. I did a thing. At this point, I could still go out of the chapel and try to verify, I think in rank 7, 2 south of me. There's probably an S there, but I haven't witnessed it before. And we almost have spelled out all the thingy-madoos. Oh, on the bottom, permanent additions, Gemstone Cavern. Neat. And allowance, 1 gold. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm getting all these permanent upgrades by working hard. Alright, working hard or hardly working? I'm definitely working hard. Okay, so let's go back through the chapel. And spend a little bit of gold to step through it. And I don't have any keys left, so... yeah, it's just locked. Okay. In that case... I could go south to West Wing Hall. And I might encounter money along the way. Yeah, there's reasons to do this. And so from here, I do have to go through here. Now, the gymnasium, I turned the lights off, I believe. I don't know where the money is, and it could be, like, scattered about. Hey, I found some. Also, I found a gem. Neat. Okay, so I should be keeping my eyes open as I walk back through places. The lights are off here, so it should not cost me 2 steps. Just costs me the usual 1 step. Here's some of the aforementioned money. And next thing would be the commissary. Is there any chance I can see if there's any money in this room? Let's see. Where am I trying to get to? I still have 1, 2... Trying to decide in terms of steps if I can afford. Seems to be in the commissary. There's something I wanted to buy for 15 or 20. I think I've already got my 15. So I think I should head back toward the commissary. Yeah, let's head back toward the commissary. But keep an eye out for money in each room that we walk back through. And I could spend money here, but banana only costs 2 and gives me 3 steps. And this would give me a bunch of steps because I've got a bunch of green rooms. But I think I just want to buy... What was the item in the commissary that I wanted to buy, though? I can't remember what it was. It was just something that seemed good at the time. I only have 2 green rooms right now. So that would just be 10 steps. Just in case I want it, I'm going to buy the banana. Alright, so 3 more steps for a small amount of money. Alright, it's been done. Then I need to exit this way. Keep our eye out for any new money that may have appeared. Here are some. Very nice. Alright, then next place I'm going is into the foyer. The foyer was this crazy room, right? And so while I'm here, the message that I've been putting together from all the paintings in my map currently reads, Safes 8, crack, date, height, gates, probably small, probably count, IF something, W something. I'm not sure. But height gates. Height gates. Is there a way to measure his height? Count Isaac Gates. Count Isaac Gates. I don't know, but I'm thinking about it. Alright, where am I headed now? Through the library, and I want to go back into the commissary to see what it was I might have wanted to buy. And so long as I'm here in the library, I think I will briefly look upstairs. Hello, money. Thank you for existing. Just in case there's any other objects lying around for me up here, since I didn't bother coming up here before. But I don't think I'm witnessing any. Can see outside, very pretty. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in just kind of quickly glancing at the scrapbook to see if, top 3 checked items. If there's anything particularly noteworthy. So for example, I can't like read the lock. It is just a paperclip up there. But let me quickly page through this. Can't pass up. Contraptions I've made. Still haven't done that. Moon pendant. Largest purchase. Bunch of empty things there. There's a picture of the observatory. These holly bushes. In the wine cellar. This was one of the things pictured on the crest on the wall. Maybe one day, secret passage that I keep avoiding. Okay, that's everything that was over there, and the other one was just kind of like statistics. I just wanted to see what new things might appear there so long as I was up there. Okay, so we're going down here. And what direction am I going right now? Hang a left. Then I'm going to hang another left because there's something I think I wanted to buy, even though I don't remember what it is. Only click once. The upgrade disc! Right, I can get another upgrade. Yes, I want that. Give it to me. Alright, I bought an upgrade disc. Great. So I have another upgrade disc. The nearest computer is probably back in the laboratory. Is this true? Yes, I think so. So I need to reverse course back to the lab, which is this way, so that I can get another permanent room upgrade. Hello, Mr. Computer. I would like to insert a disk in you. Thank you for accepting my data. Closet. 2 items. Oh, yeah, let's upgrade that. Select a floor plan to upgrade. 2 items plus extra item if drafted adjoining to a hallway. 2 items plus 2 extra items if drafted adjoining to a bedroom closet. Or 4 items if drafted adjoining to a red room. So it incentivizes you to take a red room. And it starts with 0 items and then says plus 4 extra. So it's the empty closet. That's pretty dangerous because I could draft the empty closet when I'm not next to a red room. So these are just like closets but have bonuses when drafted next to things. Bedrooms are pretty common, so I feel like the bedroom closet is my best bet. That is the upgrade that I want. Give it to me. Floor plan successfully something. Now, with my remaining steps, I want to check what is south of the west wing, or I could go back to the chapel and try to get to 7, except for I don't have any keys, right? And it was locked. So yeah, let's try to go south of the west wing hall and see if that was locked, because I don't think I ever tried going that way. So that involves going forward 2 rooms, then hang a left and go straight. So over yonder, are you locked? You are not. Dark room, I think might be lit up based on what I did in the utility closet. Locker room I've never seen before. Spread keys throughout the house. Oh, wow. I'll run out of steps and won't be able to use them, but it's pretty interesting. I could spread keys throughout the house, and I've never seen that room before. Yeah, so let's take that locker room because it's a new room. Even though I don't think I'll be able to take advantage of the keys this time around. So inside the locker room, we find, believe it or not, lockers. There is a hand. This locker is locked. Okay, so we found locked lockers in the locker room. Right, Queen of Spades is a card, and there's a car. Yeah, I've already got these letters. Okay, there is a door. I guess we'll try to open the door, because maybe behind it we'll find a key. And then I can open the locked locker. Her Ladyship's Chamber. I've never seen this one. Next time you enter a boudoir, gain 10 footsteps. Next time you enter a walk-in closet, gain 3 somethings. That seems pretty great. Is there any reason not to choose this? Also, is there a boudoir that I can get to before I run out of steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh man, it will be like my last step, but I think I can get to the boudoir and gain 10 steps. But then it would take me 10 steps to get back. I'm going to do this one anyway, because it's a new room. And maybe there'll be a key inside of it. Who knows? I found the Umbrella of Destiny. I don't need to look at the paintings here. There's a harp. There is a cushion. What is this? Safe deposit box key. Explain yourself, video game. This calls it a vault key. Safe deposit box. Unlocks box 304. I don't know that I've seen a box 304 unless it happens to be in the locker room. So we'll go try it back there, because here is the queen. Okay, so we found the queen and her lady something something. We found the king in the office, I think. Who is this person with the little round glasses? And is it worth trying to look up their nose with a magnifying glass? The answer may surprise you. Okay, so he's also got a bow tie. Yeah, I'm gonna need to learn to recognize some of these people probably. What is this? Another upgrade disc. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is like the run to end all runs. And I think I'm still close enough to the, what do you call? Her ladyship's diary is locked. Man, I could really use some keys. I don't imagine looking at the lock is going to help me. Alright. And, also, this is interesting looking, but I guess it's just splotchy. So who are you, lady? Not sure. We've seen this person before, though. Perhaps in one of the news stories. I'll have to review my notes. Okay, so what else do we got in here? We have... Interesting. Okay, so she's in love with this guy and wears a pendant with a picture of him around her neck, I guess. And is he... also a pencil mustache, but a different person. Okay. Relationships among people, all of a sudden, getting interesting. Feather in her cap. What do we have here? Does it never end? This looks like the scrawlings of a crazy person. It appears to be barbed wire going in a loop. Not sure what to make of that. And I already have, yeah, my painting information here. Okay, I have another upgrade disc. The nearest computer is a few steps away in the lab. I am able to get there. And if I can make it to the boudoir, I could get more steps. But lab and a permanent upgrade for the disc is definitely the thing I want. Chandelier with 8 thingamadoos. Okay, to get to the lab, I go north until I can't anymore and then make a right turn. Okay, this is easy to do. And I wanted to see if the key... This locker is locked. Oh, there's multiple locked lockers. I see. Let me try to hand... Okay, all these ones are locked, and then the unlocked ones I don't get a prompt on. So many locks in the locker room. Okay, I didn't realize this before. Okay, you have to put your hand on the little white square thing. Apparently is how it works. Okay, don't get too distracted. We've got 6 steps left, and we're going to upgrade another room permanently, thanks to the power of diskettes and computers. Who knew that you could upgrade your home with software? I pressed the wrong thing. Exit. I clicked on it. I meant to press E to insert disk. Floor plan, upgrade program, scanning disk. Boudoir. Press enter. It could have a gem. It could have 2 dice. That's pretty interesting. Or 3 apples. These are all good. These are all good. I did not end up using my dice, so they're probably not the most important things. 3 apples. I did actually run out of steps, and I even bought some food and got the dining room today, so 3 apples could be good. Gems. It's only 1 gem. Like, gems are also important. But I feel like the 3 apples actually sounds pretty tasty to me, so... Is this the upgrade you want? Yeah. Future boudoir will be apple boudoir. And now, how many steps do I have left? Because it would take 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to get to the boudoir, and I only have 3 steps remaining as far as I can tell. But I'm going to try to go there anyway because I'm not sure what else to do with the rest of my day. So. I could buy... Hold on. I have 6 money. I could buy another banana because they never run out of stock. Or I could buy a chef salad. Yeah, let's buy a chef salad. 10 more steps. How do you like that, video game? Let's not let my money go to waste. Let's actually use it. Okay, I want to get to the boudoir. So, I go not straight, although I do wonder if there could be more things in there. But the boudoir is here. By any chance, okay, there's my 10 more steps because we have that bonus. Which is mostly the reason I came in here, but is there any chance that any stuff got spread in here or I missed a key earlier or something? So, with my remaining steps, the office, I don't think I even tried to open the store, or did I? I don't remember. It's locked. Okay. I don't know that there's anywhere I could walk to and do anything at this point. Yeah, I can't get back to the entrance hall in the pantry. So I think it is time to call it a day, despite all those little things that I just did at the end. 18 steps, I can't get all the way back, right? Actually, I think I can make it all the way back to the pantry if I don't make any missed turns. So I'm going to attempt to do so. There's a key here in the dining room. Holy crap. I missed that. Now I have choices. With the key in the dining room, I could open the room past the chapel in an attempt to get to the room south of that. I think I need to do that because that's a letter I haven't witnessed. It's still a long shot because I would need an unlocked door probably, or I need to find another key. But yeah, let's go through security and through the chapel, which are like straight ahead. Okay, change of plans. So we're going to unlock this door. There goes all my money. Use a key. Hope we find another key in here probably. And the garage has 3 keys, but doesn't open the door in the direction I need to go. Neither does the billiards room. So I need to redraw my floor plans and hope that I get something better, I think. I get more steps out of the guest bedroom. Pump room. Locksmith keys for sale. I really want to try to make a left turn, so we're going to try redrawing one more time. Music room. I don't have the gems for it. Aquarium's a room of every color. And the wine cellar. Okay, aquarium. We've never had the aquarium before. It's exactly what I want right now. So, give me an aquarium. We found another room. The show must go on. Look how pretty all the fishies are. Hi, pretty fishies. Alright, we're just going to sit here for the next 10 minutes and look at the pretty fishies. Right after I said that, I'm not sure if the microphone picked it up. There was some truck outside that just went honk honk. I guess if we pump the water out of the aquarium, like that was an option from the pump room. Is that a doorway? That is a doorway. That's what it looks like in the aquarium. We'll try that doorway in a moment. If we pumped out the water, like, would we be able to get objects out of here? Would it kill the fish? Would something else happen? I hesitate to wonder. Also, there's a big fishy over here. Oh, a place to dig! I've seen dirt like this on the ground before, but I didn't realize it was digging spots, and now I know that it's digging spots. And also, here's a key. Oh my gosh. It's our lucky day. You dug up a few old coins that could be spent in shop rooms. 3 of them, to be exact. Lucky me. Have I witnessed exactly this? Yes, and I thought it was what? I was guessing that these paintings are a crate, and there's like a graph that's increasing, and rate that differ in a C, which seems plausible to me. Look at this crazy fish. But yeah, like all the little filing cabinets and things here, like this is unusual fish aquarium art. Okay, but I have a key, which means I'm going to be able to witness a room I've never witnessed before. Rank 7, room 1. Right? Yes. A sauna. Tomorrow we'll start the day with 20 extra steps. So refreshing. Guest bedroom and a showroom. Well, the sauna I've never witnessed before, and we want to witness as many whatchadoodles rooms as we can. So let's step into the sauna and discover a spare set of car keys. Sadly, I don't believe we have a garage in this particular house. Also in the sauna, a lovely wooden spoon. A clock, which shows just how long I've been meandering about in this crazy place. Okay, my inventory is like super full. Like, look at all the inventory items I have. And sadly, they're just gonna go away. Unless somehow I stumble into a moon pendant. That's pretty much impossible to do at this point. I have 12 steps left. I have 12 steps left, which is not enough to get anywhere. However, I do end up walking back through the kitchen. And so I'll have 2 money, which will be just enough to spend on a banana. Did I just go the wrong way? I can't get to the kitchen from here. I have to walk around this way. That's right. Alright, lights are off in the gymnasium, so we don't end up spending extra whatevers. Banana costs 2. So let's have another banana. Get 3 more steps. Alright, I have 9 steps left from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I can't make it back to the start. So I think at this point it's time to call it a day. But this was by far our most successful day, so that's pretty exciting. So, call it a day. We got some permanent upgrades of a variety of different thingies, and possibly open the gem mines outdoors. That'll be fun to check out. Her Ladyship's Inn. And it listed a bunch of rooms, 102 steps taken, 6 new rooms, 35 rooms. Neat. And it's got a picture of her. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to say, I hope as always that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more blueprints. For now, bye-bye.